Hey guys, Appalachian Knife Reviews, back with a new video. Now, I will admit, the thumbnail was clickbaity. So, obviously, it says, this is why I'll never buy another Spyderco. But there's a good reason why I'll never buy another Spyderco. And I'm not going to speak in definites. I'm not going to say I never will. But let me tell you where my brain's at. So, back several months ago, in a video, I asked you all, I was thinking about buying the Shaman or the Manx 2. And I asked in a video for my followers, subscribers, to tell me what Spyderco knife I should buy next. And you guys told me to buy the Manx 2, and I bought it on Amazon. And the whole point of this video is, this is the best knife maybe that I own, period. I know it's the best Spyderco that I own, and I just don't think there's going to be another one that would do what this knife does. This knife to me is just, I mean, it's a bit fidgety. Now, to be fair to the knife, my hands, I have carpal tunnel in my hands, so sometimes the knife doesn't operate like you think it's going to, and that's me and not the knife. So this knife has a fantastic action. And my whole point of the video is, and I'm going to show you some other Spydercos that I have. But I just can't, how do you top this? Now, maybe I'm wrong. And this is where I want to have a conversation with you guys. Down in the comments, if there's a knife that you think is better, specifically Spyderco, let me know, because I want to see it, because I think this is a fantastic knife. Now, I'm going to show you the other ones that I own. And there is a bit of a disclaimer for them. So I'm going to lay them in here and then I'll tell you. So these are the Spyderco knives that I own. Okay. Now the reason why there's a bit of a disclaimer, this one is a true Spyderco knife. This one is a Temu knockoff. This one is a Temu knockoff. Now, for all intents and purposes of this video, we're not going to talk about the blade steel on these two because we know they're probably not the real blade steel. I'm just talking about the design, how they work, because the actions even on these fake ones to me are fantastic. So you get what I'm talking about. I'm using them as comparison purposes as if they were the real deal. So keep that in mind, and I'm sure there's still somebody going to be hating in the comments being like, well, they're not real, you can't compare them. I'm just talking about how they look, how they're shaped, the weights. That stuff is pretty close to the real thing. So, when it came down to it, when I bought this, you guys told me to pick this one. I was going to get a Shaman. Now, this one, again, it's the Temu knockoff. But, man, this knife here is fantastic as well. You got the compression lock as opposed to, like, their version of the... I can't remember exactly what this lock's called, and I'm sure somebody will tell me. But, you know, it's like almost like a compression, but where a crossbar lock is at. And then you've got my PM2. Now, my PM2, I believe, was the very first Spyderco that I ever bought. Now, again, that was not the knife. That was me. My hands don't like to operate all the time. This one, for the longest time, was my favorite knife. I love the compression lock. It's so smooth. It was sharp. It's easy to sharpen. And then, of course, the Subvert. I think you got to have a special reason to need this knife this big. Again, this knife is pretty fantastic. It's already got some, how you know the blade steel is not all that great. It's already got some dings and dinks. I accidentally smacked a metal bike frame. I was moving some bikes out of my yard. Here in Appalachia, this vine grows everywhere, and I was cutting the vine, and it chipped it a little bit. Didn't hurt the blade, but you can slightly see some chips there. But out of these four knives, and again, I have others. I have a Spyderco Tenacious. I had an Akuchi, and then one of my Marine Corps buddies really wanted it, so I sold it to him. That was before I really got serious into knife collecting and stuff. But you guys, I'm telling you, I'm so glad you give me the recommendation. As much as I like this Shaman, it does not compare to the Manx 2 in my eyes. The PM2. I think it's still a fantastic knife, but you get more blade steel with the Manx. Now, maybe if you need to do pokey things where this is longer and a little bit slimmer, might be better for doing pokey things. And these are so similar as far as the blade goes that it's really just, do you want the compression lock or this kind of lock? And then of course the subvert is just something completely different all on its own. So tell me down in the comments, is there a better knife than the Manx 2 made by Spyderco? Now, you know, some of the Benchmade fanboys will say, well, Benchmade 940 is better, and then some of the Buck guys might say the Buck 110 is better. You know, you get my drift. Out of Spyderco, what is a better knife than the Manx 2 that Spyderco makes? I'm listening in the comments or reading in the comments because I want to know, because if there's a better one, I want it. So that's it, you guys. I just want to tell you how much I really like my Spyderco Manx 2. I wouldn't have even bought it if it wasn't for you guys. And if there's something better than that out there made by Spyderco, let me know, and maybe we'll pick it up and do a review video on it. I appreciate all you guys, all the likes, all the love, all the subscribers. I appreciate every one of you. Hope you had a good day, and I hope to see you in the next video.